guys and gals, Never here from Drake Queen Gaming, and something bound toward the Gaming Dragon, and I am coming at you today with a game from the May Wolf Jam called Blazing Passion. No idea what this is about, y'all, but I've been seeing that VN creators have been doing this Wolf Jam thing for a little while now, so hey, let's partake, shall we? Let's jump right in and showcase some of their games. Anyway, alarm chain, you are up, and let's go. Alright, the alarm goes off and I sigh, squirming around without opening my eyes, as if I could change reality by slipping back into my dream. Fuck, why do I feel like I'm already geriatric? It's a struggle to find the willpower to get out of this bed, and this is just the start of my day. After stretching, I rub my face and wince as a strong smell of gasoline assaults my nose. I think I've forgotten to close the bloody canister again. It's as if it's as good a motivation as any to get off my ass. Eventually, the unpleasantness outweighs my laziness, and I stand up out of my sheets, still naked, to close the cap. My gaze lingers on the fuses I prepared. I twist them between my fingers as I inspect them closely, and I can see the strands disintegrating under my touch. Ugh, this project is definitely off to a bad start. As I blink to get used to the daylight streaming through the beams of my shutters, I take out 2 bowls and fill them with cheap cereal. Then I sit down facing mine as I begin to eat this hastily prepared breakfast. For a moment I stare blankly ahead before shaking my head, then I laugh alone like a moron before emptying the contents of the other bowl into my own. Enjoy your meal, Pierre! Oh, that's very kind of you, Pierre. Bon appetit to you, too! Then, while fooling around in my own mind, I nearly choke on the cereal and start coughing my guts out. What a way to start the day. After this meal fit for a king, I take the opportunity to take a piece of bread which I crunch while heading for the bathroom. Looking at myself in the mirror, I realize I look like shit, so I freshen up my face with some water. I still look like shit after that, but you can't say I didn't try. Once I brushed my teeth and showered, I grabbed the first clothes that come my way so I can throw them on in a hurry. Does my t-shirt match my trousers? Absolutely not. Do I give a fuck? Nope. Finally, I put on my backpack as I'm getting ready to go to work, and that's when I remember I'm missing something. Shit. Where the hell are you fucking piece of paper? After turning over the entirety of my drawers, I realize that the paper in question is sitting on my bedside table, and I sigh from relief as I stuff it into my pocket before heading out of the flat. Once outside, I look at the students coming out of their lodging inside of myself, thinking how glad I am that I'm no longer in their shoes, rushing off to listen to some boring teacher. No, now all I have to put up with are annoying customers and an absent boss. Well, except when he's trying to get in our way. And today is the perfect day to prove just how right I am about the latter. It's with a head full of a bunch of thoughts I enter my company's building and head for the conference room. And as expected, I'm the last to arrive. I hate this. My colleague, Anna, greets me with a wave of her hand as the gaze of 2 wolves very different in their clothing choices fall on me. Ooh, these are nice-looking characters. I wonder if one of them is a teenager while the other is dressed like an executive. Oh no, for the love of God, I hope it's not one of the company's top brass. I'm really not prepared for that. Hello everyone, sorry I'm late. Oh, you're not late, we're the ones who are early. I blink, looking around until I see the slender figure of a dragon at the back of the room. Oh, cutie. Perfect, you're the speaker, I take it. Absolutely, but you can call me Jean. Pleased to meet you, Jean. My name is Pierre. We'll do the introductions later. Can y'all tell this game is very French? So it's with a wink that I sit down next to the vixen, who is my daily support when dealing with customers. Looking great today. As always, you mean. We exchange a knowing smile, and while doing so, I can't help but appreciate the stylish outfit she's wearing. I feel like the complete opposite of her in that category. Well, we're here today to get to know each other. I'll introduce myself, and you will do the same in any way you like. So, as I was saying, my name is Jean, and I'm a professional liaison coach. That's why I'll be your mediator on this cohesion-building morning. To put it briefly, I'm here to ensure that the commercial division, which you represent, he turns to us with a smile that's a little too big to be pleasant, and get to know the company's warehouse division, so that... I think this is literally an episode of The fucking Office. Okay, whatever, it works. So that everyone can better understand the difficulties and challenges faced by each other. In other words, it's just another bullshit eccentricity sent in our direction by the boss. At least this time I hope to avoid having to dance the Macarena. That's why, among other things, I asked your boss to assign you to write a poem about something that inspires you. My whole body tenses with nervousness, and I blink as I realize the trap that has been set for me. Hang on, we're surely not going to read these in front of everyone, are we? We were told it would be strictly confidential. I don't give a shit. I didn't write anything anyway. Mine isn't very good, so... Quickly, all of our voices blend together and the dragon claps his hands to call us to order. We're not there yet anyway. Please take turns introducing yourselves. An awkward silence gradually settles in as we look at each other without really knowing where to start. Looks like I'll have to take the initiative. My name is Pierre, and as you said, I've been working as a salesman in the company for 3 years now, and honestly, I don't really know what to add to that. Don't worry, it's a good start. We'll have the opportunity to get to know each other better afterwards anyway. Anyone else? This time it's the burly wolf in front of me who clears his throat. I'm Arthur, and I haul spare parts off the trucks and put them in storage, but I don't think anyone cares. He smiles briefly while avoiding eye contact as much as possible. That wolf's pretty cute wrestling with his shyness like that, so I tend to give him a hand. It's not like selling vacuum cleaners is much more exciting, you know? I managed to elicit a few chuckles from my audience, and that seems to please our coach, who watches us silently with a smile. And if only you knew how demanding customers are with their vacuums. There you go. Wait, let me look at that again. Oh, it just literally says nothing. Okay. Yeah, maybe, but nobody knows we exist down there. The mood turns sour again almost instantly, and I can't help but smile when I see Arthur casting a disappointed glance in the direction of his colleague. It seems we don't all get good chemistry at work, and I feel sorry for him on that score. Okay, anyone else? I'll take it from here. My name is Anna, and I hate vacuums. I can't help but smile as I give her an amused look, which she immediately returns. It's like the vacuum cleaner joke is going to stick for the rest of this conversation. On the other hand, I love good food and colleagues who lack seriousness. I would have tried to quit this job a long time ago if Anna wasn't here to brighten up my days. Well, the truth is, having this job is convenient for me. It's not like I have any other opportunities. While nodding, the mediator turns to the smaller of the two wolves who was slid back in his chair to get a better look at the ceiling. You're all that's missing. Yeah, I'm Kevin, that's it. I thought I was the least motivated by this exercise, but I think I found a good competitor. Perfect. Let's move on to the poems, and before you argue, this is a mandatory part of the course. We wanted to have your emotions in the raw state so that you could expand on your feelings without restraint, which is why you were told that this poem would be anonymous. I'm pretty sure that breaks a whole bunch of company rules, and at the same time, I know the boss would take any excuse to fire one of us, so I intend to play the docile company soldier for as long as necessary. On the other hand, if you're not comfortable with that, then we'll shuffle your poems around so everyone can read someone else's creation. Ugh. A shuffle of 3 poems among 4 people. That leaves pretty little choice in guessing who wrote that. That's the best I can offer. Sorry. While handing my piece of paper to the dragon, I realize the problem at the same time as he does. We've all used a different support to write our poems. Right, back to the original plan. You're going to read your poems out loud. All 3 of us let out an almost symbiotic sigh, and it noticeably makes Kevin laugh. I'm beginning to think this mediator lacks a fair amount of professionalism, and on top of that, he looks as lost as we are. Okay, let's wrap this up quickly. I'll get started. While stretching out my paper between my fingers, I do my best to contain my shaking. What a shit idea. And finally, I take a deep breath to read as well as I can. The flame in my heart is a fire of birth, the origin of love in your latex glove. I want to feel your touch to be caught in your clutch. No matter the pain, your absence is my bane. So let us merge together. I find freedom in this tether. Let me join the other with my chains and my leather. You have the soul of an artist. Thank you. Unfortunately, I had to throw that soul in the bin at the very moment I realized I couldn't make a living from my art. That was kinda gay. What's gay about it? Could be for a lady. Nah, I'm pretty sure it's gay. Well, duh, no shit, he is gay. My gaze moves from one to the other as I sink deeper and deeper into my chair while everyone around me debates my sexual preferences. My bad, bruh. Nah, it's okay. I've been through worse than being gay, to be honest. This time I even managed to wring a chuckle out of the smaller of the 2 wolves. I mean, you're a cat, so yeah, it checks out. This time Arthur shoots him an almost menacing glare. Come on, don't push it. Alright, chill. Okay, maybe the poems weren't a good idea. Oh shit. Let's move on to the physical activity. That'll be more fun for everyone, I'm sure. I can't help but think it's a bit unfair. Now that I've read my poem, there's a part of me that wishes everyone else would go through it. But I'm not petty enough to compel them to do that. Meanwhile, the dragon leaves for a minute and comes back with a cart full of boxes. I'm going to ask you to put these boxes on the back shelf. They are filled so that they are relatively heavy, so teamwork will be required. Is this supposed to teach us that our fellow warehouse workers are useful because of their muscles? Because we're aware of that. There's a bit of that, but it's also to make you understand that versatility is an important quality. It comes down to pretty much the same point, but I don't intend to say it out loud. I feel like John is having a hard enough time as it is. Pierre, you will go with Kevin, and Anna with Arthur. Oh, fuck. So, I join the wolf, and we look at each other silently for a moment. What? Nothing, it's just that I'm not used to carrying heavy things. So what, I'll have to do all the heavy lifting? Luckily, the dragon appears and stands between us, grinning awkwardly. Well, there seems to be some tension here, and tension is a wall getting in the way of teamwork. You've literally just put me with a guy who seems to disparage everything and everyone. Obviously, there's going to be tension. But look at what you have in common instead, the unique way you dress, for example. Some might see it as a lack of professionalism, but I see it as quirky minds with unique solutions. When I meet Kevin's eyes, I realize that we do indeed have something in common. Neither of us swallows the shovelful of crap our mediator is spouting. And while John is talking, the wolf starts to pick up the box and move it without even giving him time to finish his speech full of lovely empty theories. Oh, fuck this shit, man. Meanwhile, I can see that the other two get on much more easily. They laugh and share tasks without too much difficulty. Can I go with them? Well, that's not part of the exercise, no. My desperation must be obvious because the dragon sighs and waves to Anna. Now, swap places. Bloody hell, finally. As I pass my colleague, I can't help but give her a jaded look while she stifles a laugh. And finally, I smile at the big wolf waiting for me, leaning against the cart. Sorry about my colleague's attitude. He's not always easy. You don't have to apologize for him. He's a grown man, so he bears his own responsibilities. With those words, I attempt to lift a box before realizing that it's far too heavy for me to manage on my own. John wasn't kidding when he said we had to work as a team, yet Arthur seems to be doing just fine on his own. Need some help? Wait, I'm coming. And so the two of us carry the box face to face as he smiles at me with an amused expression. Alright, y'all, I'm actually gonna pause it right there. Thank y'all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and check out our Patreon if you can. It always helps. Before I go, I'm going to give a quick shout out to our lovely bronze tier patrons. Thank y'all if I do for the channel. We greatly appreciate your support. Thank you to our silver tier patron, Cade Silverman. Thank you for going above and beyond. It's greatly appreciated. Thank you to our gold tier patron, Tresem Guy. You're awesome. We love you. Thank you for subbing to Ultimate Tier. Anyway, if you want to get your names in the credits, get access to all of our not safe for work contents as little as $5. Alrighty, I love you all. I shall see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.